the information provided was EH and FG were parallel lines. And then it told you that angle FHE was 55 degrees. And then it mentioned that the ratio of FG to HE is 2 to 3. And now remember, when you're dealing with ratios, there's a couple ways to think of it. It doesn't mean that this is a length of 2 or a measure of 2 and this is a length or measure of 3. What it means is it's 2 and 3 times some common multiplier. It doesn't matter what variable you use to represent it. And I'm going to use m here just again to mix it up so it's not always an x. But for FG and EH to have a ratio of 2 to 3, the ratios have to be 2 times some multiplier and 3 times whatever the same multiplier is. Okay, so when you're looking at this, once again we take our inscribed angle, the inscribed angle compared to the intercepted arc. What will we have to do with that angle to find the arc measure FE? Do we double it or take half of it? FE is double the inscribed angle, so double 55 is 110. If this angle is 55, then its alternate interior angle pair will also be 55, which tells us that this arc measure, same thing. Okay. Again, you can use that shortcut of parallel lines will intercept equal arc measures in any circle. Okay, and so now when we look, we can use this ratio in, again, one of two ways. We know that 2m and 3m have to add up to the whole circle's arc measure, which is 360 minus the two known ones. So 360 minus 220. And so we could solve it this way. We get 5m is equal to 140, divide by 5. When we solve this, 5 goes into 14 twice with 4 remaining. 5 goes into 40 8 times. And so now you can plug that in. You get 2 times 8 and 3 times 8 for your two arc measures. Okay, the other way to think of the arc measures, instead, this is a part to part. If you keep it, the ratio is dealing with part to part. Okay, you could also, if you wanted to, come up with and convert it into the part to whole relationship. And that is, if you still, again, knowing that 140 has to be the sum of these two arcs, well, if your ratio was 2 to 3, that means that FG is 2 parts out of how many total parts? There's 2 parts here and 3 parts here, so the total number of parts is 5. So that means that FG, the measure of arc FG, has to equal the part to whole, 2 out of the total 5 of whatever we know that whole value was. So 140 was left for those two to combine. So we could solve for FG this way, and we could solve for EH, again, the similar way. It's 3 parts out of the total, 3 plus 2, or 3/5 of the entire thing is going to be represented by EH. Okay, both of these are going to lead you to the same answer. Okay, you can choose either one that you want.